I didn't do too well at school, and I was very shy and bullied at school. And my mum did whatever she could, basically, to try and combat the problem. It became obvious after a while that the problem was never going to go away. Lucky for me, I came across martial arts. By the time I was 12, I was a black belt and had won many British championships. I couldn't find anything in England. There was nobody doing nothing. It was just like church halls, £3 an hour, very unprofessional. One of my friends said to me, he said, you know what, America's about 25 years ahead of us. There's martial arts schools over there with thousands of members in, charging good money, good standards, and the owners are multi-millionaires. I was one of the first people in the UK to make martial arts professional. I was the first, and they say the lead dog gets all the fawns. A lot of people turn back because they don't realise you become successful, you get to a certain point, then you get the dream stealers around you. But surround yourself with people that are like-minded, who are successful already. My best friends were some of the most successful people on earth, and that stopped me clubbing, drinking, smoking, going out, and that keeps me on the right path to keep going. What happened is that the media just picked up on it. That got to the attention of Uri Geller, who was living in the UK at the time. The message was basically, he likes what I do. He's been watching it very closely in the media, how I help kids achieve their goals, and wants to do an anti-bullying video with me to go into schools in England. We became extremely close friends, and over that period of time, he was like my mentor. So if I had a question, or if I was upset by a bit of bad press, or I would give him a call and say, and he would say, oh, big deal, look what I've got to put up with in the Los Angeles Times, Matt. Normally when the phone goes at 3 in the morning, you think something's wrong. And it was Uri, and he says, hey Matt, listen, you're going to think this is strange. Come to my house now, and if you don't come to my house now, you're going to regret this the rest of your life. 3 SUV black vehicles outside the house. Go in the living room, and then this guy stands up, starts walking to me, bows, shakes my hand, says, hi, I'm Michael Jackson, nice to meet you. Uri's told me lots about you. I love martial arts. Michael Jackson was being ripped off by security firms, bodyguards. He had no friends around him. I could provide the security at no cost. I got teams, hundreds of trained, qualified martial artists who could help. He trusts me. I mean, obviously I was friends with Uri for a good time since then, and he knew Michael could trust me as well. You don't become the biggest star in the world and have the biggest selling album of all time, be in the news all the time, unless you're one clever man. When it comes to the business meetings, he'd have a suit on, his glasses were on, he would analyse the numbers, he would question people, he'd be very shrewd. A good example is whenever we'd arrive at a new city or town, the first thing we did was go to his suite table, and he would sit down and work out the press plan. How can he make front pages of all the tabloids that particular week while he's in town? How could he override things like a speech the Queen was giving? How can I beat that? And he would beat it. Where a normal 18-year-old would be exposed to hanging out with your mates, I was with guys who were thinking, right, how can we take our business to the next level? So when we got around the table for dinner, we're talking about ideas, not gossiping. It's so competitive out there now, especially in the UK. There's a lot of confusing information coming through too. These business advisors who've never run a business before, they baffle me how they work. I mean, they stand up there and offer these advice on how to set up a business, and then you question them. They've got no money, and they've never run a business before. You get one life, and if you go down the wrong direction, you could lose a lot of money, bank loans and different things, and you've got to pick the right mentors, And like magazines like yours is the one to check out their backgrounds, where they've been, what they've done, and follow the blueprint, of success.